Well, it's like 5 in the morning. We're beating the sun up, fellas. Let's go out to this shop. Well, it's like 5 a.m. We got the coffee already. I get some work. I normally do my best work in the weirdest hours, right? So I started this decking last week, I think. Or yeah, Thursday or so. And I started working on it at like 3 in the morning because, you know, with the baby and everything. For whatever reason, if I wake up after like sleeping like maybe 4 hours, I'm like wide awake. I can't sleep. I just toss and turn. I think it's like maybe an anxiety thing because I'm just thinking like, oh, I need to be doing work. Like I don't want to waste time just sitting here trying to sleep. Like there's so many things I need to get done. It's kind of what's going through my mind just as I'm toss, turn. And then I pick up my phone, start going through Facebook Marketplace like everybody, you know, and then I can't go back to sleep. So instead of wasting time, we come out here and get work done. My schedule's getting ready to get really crazy. My classes are starting up again. I have switched. I've switched a lot as far as my education goals wise. I'm no longer going to Embry-Riddle for aeronautics. I have switched to UNOH, University of Northwestern Ohio, going for a motorsports marketing degree. It's pretty different from aeronautics, right? You got something more engineering based to now business based. That being said, like I know a lot of my airmen watch my YouTube channel. When you pick your education goals, you know, I would definitely start with your CCF, which is the Air Force Associate's degree for my civilian followers that you get based off of your career field. Mine being an F-35 crew chief, it's an associate's degree in tactical aircraft maintenance. A lot of schools will take that 64 credit hour associate's degree and apply it to a 120 hour bachelor's degree. And you're already starting on your bachelor's degree after you complete your CCF, you know, halfway done. And you only need to take a couple Gen A classes to get your CCF. But anyways, aeronautics was one of those. That's why I was kind of pursuing it. Just, you know, kind of boom, just get the degree, get the check mark in a box that I have a bachelor's. But I love working on airplanes. I just think having an aeronautics degree would still have me working for somebody. Does that make sense? So the plan is after the military, I want to be my own boss. Like nobody's telling me what to do anymore. That's kind of pretty much what it is. And me having my motorsports marketing degree, that's literally my dream, is to be a track owner or promoter. I want to lead a really good team, and I want to, you know, develop maybe some hole in the wall shithole track to be something really awesome. That'd be really amazing if I could do that. Work with sponsors, work with drivers and teams to, you know, kind of maybe create something out of nothing. But that's like 13 years down the road. That's how much longer I have left in the military. Between now and then, we gotta get this body done. I did get in my missing coupler. Get these off of eBay. Please, for the love of God, don't do what I did. These off Speedway Motors are like $55. This off eBay was like $20 shipped. And it's actually, feels a little bit smoother than the one I bought off Speedway Motors. That one there. Now, that is a splined end to a slip. This is just a 3/4 slip to a slip. They had spline ones, and I think the prices were about the same. So we're gonna figure out the steering shaft situation here. I don't know what's going on up here because I want to run this steering shaft beneath the headers. But I don't know if I can. Like, I think I need a steering shaft to a U-joint about right here so it can run straight in underneath of them. But I can't really do that because then at that point, it'd be like hitting the headers, like down here. So I think we're gonna still roll with this crazy setup going straight up over the top. We're gonna remount this. Got the U-joint there. Into the Quickener, got a U-joint there. Check this off. This is the reason why I didn't rivet nothing together. So we got that one. That one's gonna head up to this one. So this one's gonna be like that, right? Well, maybe not that crazy of an angle. Then it's gonna go to a Heim, and then we're gonna have a shaft out. I have this shaft here. We got plenty of it. And then I still had this laying around from when I last bought a sweet hub. So this is perfect. This will weld straight on. Now I just gotta do some figuring, maybe do some cutting. It looks like it's, I thought it was closer than that, but we still have to tighten down the quickener that I got in there. And then once I get the steering shaft in there, all of this crap is getting fixed. Like, this is not good. Not up to my standards. I mean, we're fixing stuff. We're heat shrinking stuff. We're gonna reroute stuff. I mean, yeah, we are definitely gonna figure this out. I was forgetting everything bolted back up. That's kind of bolted up, supporting it. The quickener is in. I got that U-joint on there. I cut a piece of this bar out. Steering shaft out. That is temp installed. Got a zip tie supporting it so I can kind of figure out what we need to do, and then getting ready to get in, line everything up a little bit, and get a distance from this U-joint out to here on where I want the wheel. Then we're gonna tack weld everything, pull it back out of the car, weld everything up all the way through, put it back in the car, and we'll be good. So I get a lot of questions when I'm gonna be racing again. I don't know. I was shooting for the end of September, maybe beginning of September. It's like 2 weeks away. The decking's done. Waiting on another U-joint coming in for that steering shaft. That thing's kicking my butt figuring that thing out and not getting everything to bind. But we're sitting in here. This is really what I've been doing. This little sucker's passed out. Mama's sleeping, so I can't do much. We're sitting here getting caught up on all the YouTube videos. It's Chase Holland right here. All right, good morning. It is Friday. What is it, 25th? About 6:30 in the morning. It's my favorite time of the day, hands down. I realized I kind of forgot I was doing dad jokes every video. I kind of stopped maybe a couple months ago. I think we got to bring that back. I mean, especially because I'm a dad now, you know. Anyways, this is what we're working on. I already tack welded this little coupler here on this steering shaft going to my steering quickener. Started grinding away when I had to run inside because of nature calls. Don't you love it? Don't you love it when you're mid-project? Then I chopped this out. I don't know, it's still hot. Ooh, it's still a little toasty. This is a little bracket I chopped out. That's what I'm welding inside of there to mount a heim to it. Because I need 2 heims for this U-joint to U-joint to like the steering shaft, like for the steering wheel to mount on. If I didn't have another heim on there, it would just be flopping around. And kind of when I would turn, it would kind of like twist the heims. It'd be really weird. So putting this bracket in, ground this down, gotta grind this side down, slap it in there, tack it in, see how it looks. Got the heim on there already. It's gonna be mounted about right here. So yeah, we're gonna knock that out. Because like I said, when you're, look at it, it's just maybe too floppy. That's why you need another heim right there on the other end of this coupler. All right, so I just got done welding up this steering shaft. We'll find out if I get the phasing right of these universals, right? So I think drive shafts, you don't want phasing. That means like the yoke is like clocked different than the other end. I don't know, maybe because of bind, right? One is in a bind, the other is free. 180 out or 90 out, that one's in a bind, that one's free. I think that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it kind of went together in my mind, but let me show you what I did. I'm being summoned inside, but got a regular coupler. Don't look at that weld. I'll show you maybe a better spot, I don't know. That ain't much better. But that coupler is welded to my 2-to-1 quickener. Got a universal welded up to a little shaft about 7.5 inches to a heim, to another universal, to another heim, and then we got it welded out, extended out to here. It's super tough to turn, but it isn't any worse than what it was. So I need to tighten up these heims. There's a little bit of slack in it. Got to figure that out. Got to tighten these up, make sure everything's tight. Just want to make sure everything worked. So an 8-to-1, I'll show you. It's this way. A sweet, is that a 6? I think that's a 6 or an 8. I think that's an 8. So whatever that is, that kind of looks like an 8 to me. 2 circles, I don't know. I think that's an 8-to-1 with a 2-to-1 Quickener. Steering center to full lock right is about a half a turn. Maybe, I don't know, 3/8 of a turn to full lock right. It's much better. I think I might drop down to a 1.5 to 1 Quickener. You can just swap these in and out. It took me a little bit of thinking to figure out how I can like still slide stuff out of the way to get to that box and do lubrication and stuff. But anyways, it's good to have that off the checklist. I'm gonna go through, tighten everything. I think I gotta tighten that on the box itself and just go through and make sure all my set screws and everything are Loctited and tightened down. All right, baby is asleep. Mama is asleep. So I'm sneaking out here. We're gonna get some work done. I need my followers to kind of help assist me in this. We've been doing nothing but binge watching Yellowstone. Now, it's a good show. I enjoy watching TV, but I cannot sit there day in and day out and watch TV all day long. My wife, on the other hand, she loves it. She's fine being in the house all day. I'm going absolutely crazy sitting around the house. I need my followers, comment down below, be like, hey, let Matt out in the shop. We need more videos. We need this. We need to see this modified back racing ASAP. So if y'all could do that for me, I would greatly appreciate that. Like I'm telling you, I love spending time with the baby, love spending time with the wife. But man, when there's work to do around the house, like yard work and keeping up this property and work inside here, I don't want to be sitting around. So we're taking every opportunity I can to be out here. And today we're gonna get some good work done. We're gonna rivet together, bolt together this decking. Now that I got the steering column finished yesterday morning. Was that? I think it was yesterday morning at like 4 a.m. when I came out here. I finished that steering rack. Steering column. I'm thinking about, instead of riveting all the decking together, I think I'm gonna rivet all the interior panels, like right in here. But anything outside of here that would get beat up from door-to-door contact, whatever, me knocking down the wall or something, I'm gonna use body bolts. Now that's what I used on the late model after I decided to try to knock the wall down at Tri-County. It's so much easier just to be able to unbolt them and put a new panel on and bolt them back together instead of trying to deal with getting a drill in there and drilling out the rivets, holding them together. I think that's what we're gonna do on any of the outer edge decking panels. So let me get set up. I think I got new drill bits because when I start a body, I want new drill bits and new Sharpies. That is one thing that pisses me off, trying to mess with a crappy drill bit and trying to do body work and lay out everything with a crappy freaking Sharpie. Pisses me off every time, but let's get at it. First things first, we're gonna bump that down a little bit. That'll be all right. Oh, that instantly pissed off a lot of y'all, I think. Well, we got the front end of the decking all bolted together for the most part. Got some company out here. What are you doing? Got the AC rolling. All right, well, the decking is pretty much together. I got to go through, rivet all these down. Everything's bolted together. So if anything happens, because I'm notorious for tearing shit up, you can just undo body bolts. I'll show you. So we got body bolts all the way through. It's kind of a pain in the ass drilling out rivets, especially when stuff's all mangled up. But if you can get two like wrenches in there at least to take these off or just cut them off, I think it's a little bit better, a little bit easier. But we'll see. It wasn't too much more expensive than doing rivets. It's using All-Star. Here's that part number. It's a pack of 50 of them, and then here's the corresponding bolts. I think together this is like, I don't know, like 20 bucks or so. Maybe double that, maybe 40 bucks, I think. I don't know. But I still got half the thing left for the whole body itself. So tomorrow we're gonna definitely clean up the shop. It is a mess. And start on probably the nose and the hood, and then do the doors, quarters, and roof after that's done. But I think someone had a butt explosion. It needs to go in and get changed. Am I right?
Yep.
And you're just smashing it in more?
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all.